So this is today's schedule. One absolutely huge game that can write off this career mode. Of course, I'm talking about Nottingham Forest. Only joking, it's Chelsea. Or I'm only joking again because it's AC Milan. Champions League final. Yes, the other two are big teams, actually. And we play them at home and away, and they are important. The squad has to be stretched. We've got a lot of good ratings. We've got probably the world's best squad at the moment. Despite not winning many... Despite not winning domestic trophies, I think it's that we've missed out on. Yeah, it is. We are going to, of course, probably end the series if we win what we can win today. As you can see on screen, it's the Premier League first. We play Chelsea and we play Forest. Forest are rock bottom of the league. We're going to play both in game and Chelsea are fourth. We can win the league. We are joint everything with Manchester City. That means we've actually got to score goals against Forest. And of course, the Champions League final, we can win the Prem for the second time and the Champions League. So getting a squad right is absolutely pivotal today. We've got, I think it's a 6-day rest in between the Prem games, then a bigger rest for the others. Or the other, we've got a big gap for, so we should be able to play the strongest squad each time. Wan-Bissaka, I'm sorry mate, you're one of the originals, and Fred that do stay out of this team because the rest of them are on the bench. Rashford's on it. You can see Kane starts up front, Sancho and Anthony. The midfield's amazing. The defense is Malacia over Luke Shaw's probably the biggest shock of them all. Fully strength team to go to Nottingham Forest, who are bottom of this Prem and really struggling. Ooh, and it's a bit of a nighttime-ish game. It's on a Monday night, so it is like noonish, but it's getting towards the summer end of the season. I like the atmosphere. It's a weird thing to mention as, hang on, I've got something. Got to mention my Grimsby Town beating Luton 3-0. We are into this round of 16 of the FA Cup. Okay, Grimsby mention over. We get on with what we need to complete today. Can we complete the Man United kind of treble if you count the Prem last season? Just what we're after, as well as here's Anthony. He's on a bit of a sprint there into Harry Kane. Harold tries to get his shot off. Almost worked, you know. Pau Torres in the middle. He's just gave it straight into Casemiro on a swivel. Here's Anthony. Harry Kane over the top. These have got a poor defense. Let's get it near Carabao as Kane. Pull the trigger, mate, as Rafael Varane's put it straight through the middle onto Bruno Fernandes. That's a ball into Anthony if he can find him. Referee. Only way to make it better is if Bruno Fernandes scores this. Plenty of power. And hits Brennan Johnson. We're terrible with them kind of things as Fernandes back post near Carabao heads that away. Shame we couldn't get to it as Gibbs White. Oh, David De Gea. How was he onside? Taiwo Awoniyi with the chance, you know, as now they're going to whip it in. Gibbs White, near post, Rafael Varane. Casemiro can't even deal with it. And I tell you what, for a game we need to score loads of goals in. Forest are taking it to us. We can't let them do. Sandro Tonali has a bit of a gap. What a ball over to Anthony. Anthony's going to cut inside there into Bruno Fernandes. Was a close one, you know, as we've done a short corner. Sancho in the middle, off the crossbar. How close can we get without scoring? Just before half-time would be nice. Tonali's offside. A game well and truly taken to us as Casemiro through the middle onto Jadon Sancho. Sancho sticks it into Kane though. Come on, he needs to score this. Harry Kane. I'm honestly thinking about a substitution after that. We'll do a short corner. Bruno Fernandes, straight into Sancho, hit the man on the edge. Anthony falls to Kane again. He makes no mistake the second time. Good job I'm keeping him on. Harry Kane broke the Tottenham record in real life, but he may actually complete some records here. Set some for trophies with United. Might be getting an Aguero moment if we win and take this into the last game. Casemiro straight through into Bruno. There's Harry Kane hitting a ball over to Tonali. Tonali's going to give it back into Kane. Run around him. Jadon Sancho now. That is a ball for Tonali to chase. And Sandro Tonali heads it into his path. We need goals. Not that. Tonali has to do better with them shots as Bruno threw that gap into Harold. Harold, look over the top. Why is no one running? I'm fuming they're still even in this game. Never mind us not scoring goals as Bruno Fernandes into Anthony. Anthony now. We are a winning team, but we usually don't batter squads. That is our problem. That might ruin our chances of a title as David De Gea gets down to save the shot. Even though we do have a big break. Harry Kane, Casemiro and Sancho. We're resting them for the Blues. We need them as Pedro Goncalves squeezes the ball through there onto Bruno. Anthony, just wrong side here, man, mate. That's a good disguised ball into Rashford. That's back into Bruno. What a good touch. What a save. Who is this? Christian Donny in goal, or Christiansen? That is a decent ball, though. Pau Torres. He's in. He's over the line. Is it Pau or is it Lisandro? No, it's Pau. What a header. Game wrapped up. It's not the goals like I said we needed, but it is the win. That ball should be plenty over the line, isn't it? Yep. It's clear. Up the United lads as Goncalves is going to continue to run. Pedro Goncalves just whip one in. Try to force something. I'd be happier with 3-0. I don't even know who Manchester City play. I didn't check their games. I'm not thinking about them. Thinking about us. Oh, Bruno, you're going to run through a brick wall there to get that ball. We don't win the header, but we win the game. That is 1 out of 3 done. Pressure's all on them as they travel away to West Ham, who are in 7th. I know this. Inside man. Shouldn't mention an inside man about Man City, really, should I? As we've got Crystal Palace as well away from home. So 2 top 10-ish teams. But the teams that could score goals against, especially when we play Chelsea. Spurs are in this race, but they have the North London derby, so I feel kind of confident about that. And Chelsea are out of the race. Because we play them next, even if they beat us, they can't win it. I love this. I love the run that we're on us. Oh, did I just see it's the same week as the finale? I thought we had a week spare. No, we actually play on the 19th and then the 25th. Less than a week to prepare for the biggest game in football. What's all that about? Manchester City have lost to the Hammers. Their game in hand is done. Beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and Manchester United win the Premier League. It is as simple as that. We've done it a little bit difficultly. If that's even a word. We've drawn 11 games, but come on, let's be lifting that title. Chelsea will bring the fans, though. They want the Champions League. I think they have to push for that as well. They are not guaranteed anything at all. They've even got the pyrotechnics out, the flags. It's a huge game as well. It's 2 top 6 teams battling it out with loads of rewards at the end of the season. And I mean, something I haven't considered is if we don't win anything and we go into another season with Manchester United, we do have the Champions League wrapped up with a win against Forest. That is a big loss. As Harry Kane finds Anthony, though. We are going to go for this. Harry Kane against one of his ex-London rivals. Sweeping in the ball towards Sancho. Get aggressive. Not too aggressive, because I think I've just seen Jadon Sancho go down just games before the final. Pau Torres to charge forward, though, from the centre of defence. I mean, Sancho is on his feet. He does have the injury symbol, though, which is unfortunate. But that's a brilliant ball still forward into Tonali! Tonali in the finale with the header. We're going to put Pedro Goncalves on, the Ronaldo regen, instead of Rashford. Save Rashford as much as we can. Deep ball in. Bruno Fernandes round the corner again. We're going to keep on pushing. Kane, Bruno. Anthony's in the box, you know. If we can hit him, Denzel Dumfries goes towards the blonde haired assassin. Casemiro! Oh, Casemiro with the screamer! Oh, what a goal. He's in front of the United fans as well. He dives into them. Oh, man, everyone loves him. Manchester at the moment. Scores the goal. Maybe not at the moment with the recent red card, but they know how much he makes them tick, as he might have won us the league despite my voice break. What a tackle as Harry Kane round the corner into Pedro Goncalves. Kane will keep on running. The Portuguese around the side into Bruno, though. That's a ball over the top. Denzel Dumfries. Dumfries to cut inside. That's into Bruno. Bruno goes down low. Was a chance for another as Kane finds Anthony. Here he is. Anthony, the Brazilian, cuts inside, trying to replicate Fernandes. We really are on top, though. Really are. Fernandes, back post, Pau Torres with his head on it yet again. And Hudson-Odoi now into Kai Havertz again. Havertz into Kovacic. Havertz onto Chilwell. Blocked from Pau. But Chelsea are drilling at us. Oh, Malacia at the back. Chilwell now. We've given him all the space in London. Now into Kovacic. Across. Malacia has the mark again. Diaby finds Kai Havertz. Chelsea off the back of winning the FA Cup and are really pushing us. Lukaku tackled by Varane. Still we can't clear. Odoi. It's a good job Varane didn't connect. It's across the box again. Malacia. Half-time whistle goes straight away and we are winning the Premier League as it stands. Still, a big push for this bounce. And Lukaku to start them off straight away with Varane. You can't give a free kick for Varane's tackle. May have been as Raheem Sterling on the field. It's not him taking the free kick though, it's Reece James. This could be a costly one if we don't block this with the wall. Lukaku to jump over. Need the wall jumping. It does. But Reece James has scored a blinder of a free kick for the Blues. I mentioned them chasing Champions League football and they've put themselves well and truly in the best position, scoring a free kick from a beautiful position. All the positions are speaking of. We could be second in the league now because of it. We've still got a Champions League final, but I wanted to win both. I really did. Anthony, we need to go back into dreamland. Get playing. And Diaby uses Reece James again. Pau Torres in the middle. Half an hour to go, lads. I'd say put it all in, but I need the fitness for the Champions League final as well. That's into Pedro Goncalves, though. Dinked over into Kane. He can't head it backwards. Chelsea giving us no breathing space at all. Lukaku, we get a touch on that ball. Straight into Bruno. Bruno forward into Harry Kane. Harry Kane round that side into Anthony. Anthony will get that ball into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno will get the bounce back and Fernandes to strike. And Kai Havertz to run. Kai Havertz to nutmeg a man as he gets a pass into Sterling. David De Gea quickly off the line. Trying to spur his team quickly to get a counter-attack going because at the moment we're crashing out. Or not crashing out, but losing the league. We might crash out in the next game if this momentum continues. Kane with a bicycle kick pass into Sandro Tonali. We might have done it. We might have done it late on. The Italian workhorse in the midfield that we signed this season may have won his first title, but our second back-to-back. What a strike. You can try and change some players around with the Champions League in mind, but we keep strong at the back. May have just made a big goof as well. I've took Bruno Fernandes off to save him for the Champions League, but unfortunately that means he won't be lifting the Premier League title. Scott McTominay, who's just come on, will be. Think he was, as Tonali with a bad tackle. That could have been him out for the Champs League. We've got Pau already on a yellow card. No lunging in. Sterling is running all around the place. Sterling with the shot. That is close as it's the end of the game. Header from Diaby. Koulibaly may have just took the title away from us. Senegalese, everyone was up from this corner. We've just got to watch it back. Mate, oh, it's Harry Kane as well who don't mark. No, it's not. It's Lisandro Martinez who doesn't mark his man. Throw the kitchen sink now, lads. Doesn't matter how tired we are. We want a trophy. We want to win the Prem. Sandro Tonali, help him out, Anthony. Anthony to get running, but Ben Chilwell on the watch. It depends what happens in the North London derby now. A Man United champions. The fans definitely think that was a big win. I think we are. I think we've done it. It doesn't matter on Koulibaly's goal. Still, I'm not happy with the performance. A 2-2 draw. But we ignore it. We ignore that little bit of a heart stopper. Premier League champions once again. 2 seasons out of 2, lads. 2 seasons out of 2. Get the music on. Get in them changing rooms after lifting that trophy. Getting to do it at Stamford Bridge as well. Wow. As it's going to be Scott McTominay. He came through the academy. There it is. There is the Premier League 1 for the successive seasons. And we move on to bigger and better things. We are not done there. The Champions League final awaits. Jadon Sancho out for 4 weeks with that injury, but still, he'll have the Premier League medal. He'll be sat in his hospital bed just with it lent on his chest, just biting it for the Insta photos. Done it by 3 points. Manchester City there. Oh, Arsenal fans will be loving it. They've stopped Tottenham winning the league by beating them 1-0. We'll check the Premier League stats whilst we, of course, finish the Premier League. You can see Harry Kane with 18 goals. Nowhere near the Golden Boot, though. It actually went to Hyun-Min Song. Isak second, but Son ran away with it. Haaland, Salah, Lukaku. We've got Fernandes entering the list as well with 13. Good honourable mention. Fernandes with the assist as well, 6. Sancho with 6. No one else. Clean sheets goes to David De Gea. That proves why we've got so many draws. So many 0-0s as there's no one on the yellow cards. Anyone on the reds? Yes, Harry Kane getting a red, which is a shame. Also, Martinez a bit further down. We don't look at the player stats until after everything. Players may be unsettled in the academy. That's for the next manager to deal with. If we win this, I think it's season over. Well, of course it's season over. I mean series, as we're going to make one change. Goncalves or Rashford? I said I saved Mr. MBE, and we're going to be playing him. We need another player for the bench. I will go with Elanga. Or do we go with a striker? Do we go with Daniel, Malen, or Buchanan? I don't think I'm going to go with any. I think I am going to trust Anthony Elanga. I don't think we'll get Kane and Rashford injured, so any one of those could switch and swap. I mean, Kane come off, Rashford go up front. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're both in the team. We've got a very strong team out. It's just got a point against Chelsea, won the Premier League and beaten Forest. Into the Champions League final we go. There's that shiny trophy. Oh, did you see that? It already had the ribbons on it. It already had our ribbons. Showing us scoring at Old Trafford as well as this little cinematic thing. Oh, I'll take that. Milan are going to be so hard to beat, but we've got to do it here. And I'm really intrigued to see which team they put out, to see who's doing that well for him. Harry Kane, straight on the ball here. He's going to flash a ball out to Marcus Rashford. How good would it be to take the lead straight away? Sandro Tonali playing against his former club as well. It'll be hard for him to take winning and losing. Probably still want to be the winner, though, as that's a cynical tackle on Dembele and Malacia in the book immediately. Not ideal. There's also the chance for them to whip the ball into the box, but it wasn't a good one. Harry Kane shredding his man for pace, and Anthony has a gap here. Anthony, get them afterburners on. It's the Champions League, man, as Kane with a header into Bruno. Oh, he's passed it into the bottom corner. That is a sacrifice he took not playing in the second half at Chelsea, because we've put him in here and he has scored to maybe lifting the Champions League trophy. Bruno's just been able to pass it in. Kane with a perfect header, and what a pass! And Anthony now running forward with the ball. He's got a bit of a gap on here. The Brazilian, it couldn't be two, could it? Squaring it towards Rashford. My eyes lit up a bit too soon. Maybe should have made the pass sooner, as Dumfries with that header down into Anthony. Harry Kane, disguised ball around the corner into Sandro Tonali. Tried to dink his old mate, Maguire. In the goal as Dumfries. He's ex-Inter Milan, so he'll be happy in beating these. Tonali won't. Into Bruno again. Anyone got any salt to go with this pepper in, especially in a Champions League final? I keep trying that short ball towards the near post. It worked very well, as that's into Pau Torres. Now into Dumfries. That's a good pass through into Rashford. We almost created another one for ourselves. Theo Hernandez. Oh, Pau. It'll be a corner. Gifting them their biggest chance, as that's a header at the near post from De Kelatare, who's got a flying header. Don't know how you say his name, of course. Terrible with them, but I'm guessing I'm close enough. As D'Antoni running down this wing. This might be a moment where my eyes are lighting up too much again. It is. Terrible ball. Anthony's actually been shocking in the Champions League final, as that's a good interception, though. Rafael Varane. Just a dink over to Hazard. He's been phenomenal. Them 2 assists in the last 2 games. Or it might have won us 2 trophies. Half-time is here in the Champions League final as well. And we sit 1-0 up with the Champions League. Almost there. Fitting, the man who carried us at the start of the first season, Bruno Fernandes, scoring all those goals to actually keep us up there, was the one to score here. That's a chance, you know. A chance and a half for Milan. I think it was offside, however. It fell perfectly to them as De Ketelare with the ball again. Ousmane Dembele just breezes past us. That's into Koiku. He's the man who almost just scored. Koiku into De Kelatare again. As expected, they're growing into it. And Coates, the old man. It could have been 2 captains scoring. What a chance it was as Malacia. Oh, he's not got close enough to Stones. That's into Benassa. Again, David De Gea. Under the cosh. Hard to escape the problem at the moment. Free header off the crossbar. It was Tyrese Lamasia. I can't even say his name properly. Tyrell Malacia, who headed it onto his own crossbar. Why is Luke Shaw sniffing about now? You're not playing after that clearance. 20 minutes to go. What a terrible switch out from Sandro Tonali. Still, Anthony on the ball. Casemiro looking down the wing. It's so difficult. It's gone from domination in that first half to actually really struggling to get a foot on the ball. Stones, however, touched that out of play. Our throw-in. Love that little error from him. An ex-Manchester City man, as now Harry Kane whips one towards Anthony. Theo Hernandez brought it away, and now Tielemans onto De Kelatare again. I haven't made any changes as well in this finale. It's insane. Tried to register some through. I do want some more players getting the chance to play in a Champions League final. Maybe their last chance when a new manager comes in. Come on. We go for a second. Bruno. Sandro Tonali over the top looking for Mr. Kane. Why would you try and header that? It may not matter, but it may still, because Milan have got a chance to counter, you know. Rafael Leao. That's Koiku, that's Varane. Still the ball falls into the Belgian. Big block. 2 added minutes. Varane down that line into Bruno Fernandes and drills it. Terrible ball from his captain who scored, who may win us this, as Kelatare. De Gea is off the line, and David De Gea scoops the ball. Him and De Bruyne playing a huge part in Manchester United's Champions League victory. It's wrapped up so many years of hurt for Man United in this competition. It's not been happening for a while now, but it will. It will. And I think I didn't make the error this time. There is the captain, Bruno Fernandes, still on the field to lift the trophy high into the night sky. What a way to end this Manchester United save that we've done. Only 2 seasons, but 3 trophies as Bruno Fernandes makes the 3rd, the Champions League, 2 Premier Leagues, 1 Champions League. I don't care about the domestic FA Cup. We reached the semi-finals. Carabao, we never really did business in, but still, I don't care about them. I said I wanted to win all 4. I don't. If you guys have enjoyed this save with Manchester United, please do smash a like. If you haven't seen the Rochdale video from yesterday, pulled the headset out. If you haven't seen that video, do give that a watch. We've got a Gillingham one, which is blowing up at the moment. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're trying to reach 10k. Every subscription is very much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next save that we are cooking up. Take care in a bit and peace.